I am Christy Nelson here with your connection and a look at what's happening across North Texas. A former Erath County employee has filed a discrimination lawsuit against that county, and Lockheed Martin announces layoffs in North Texas that are affecting hundreds of workers. But first, a former Erath County employee has filed a discrimination lawsuit. This time last year, Veronica Cajamarca, who is bilingual, told NBC5 that she and another employee in Erath County, the assessor collector's office, were asked to sign an English-only rule. She says this came after other employees accused them of gossiping about them in Spanish. Cajamarca did not sign the rule and quit. The county judge later apologized, issuing a statement that the rule was not a county policy. She filed a discrimination complaint with the Equal Opportunity Employment Commission and the Texas Workforce Commission Civil Rights Division. And she told our partners at the Dallas Morning News that she has since relocated to West Texas after having a hard time finding another job. And according to the lawsuit, she's seeking lost wages and benefits. At this time, the county judge and tax assessor collector have not responded to our partners to comment on the lawsuit. Let's get a check of the weather now. Meteorologist Kevin Smith is here, and it looks good out there.
Another gorgeous day across North Texas. No complaints. Feeling more like April instead of January across North Texas. Today is the last day of January. By the way, we traveled to DFW Airport. Guess where we're flying into, Christy? More nice weather. Okay, speaking of that, at least a look back. Remember on Monday, we had a high temperature of 74. Yesterday, we hit 77. And today, we're going to hit the mid-70s once again, forecasting maybe 74, 75 degrees. And then we'll see some increasing clouds, all because of the disturbance that's off to the southwest of us. Therefore, the increasing clouds during the next 24 hours. Beyond that, storm system across the west coast, bringing those folks some rain and snow, will bring us some rain chances. And the next 3 days, especially for your Friday evening, high temperature of 69, and those the rainfall will start to pick up. And then into Saturday, a chance for some showers and storms, temperatures into the 60s. A marginal risk for severe weather that'll be happening Friday evening into early Saturday morning. We keep you updated on that.
All right, Kevin, thank you. The Texas Supreme Court heard arguments over parental rights and whether lawmakers can ban therapies for transgender children and teenagers. NBC5's Phil Prazen has more on the issue.
At some point, state lawmakers can overrule parental rights.
Where is the line, and who gets to decide where the line is?
The Texas Attorney General's office faced off with lawyers representing a group of families who aim to get transgender care for their children. Texas Supreme Court justices provided hypotheticals and questioned each side.
Medically sound guidelines that have been accepted by the American Medical Association, the American Psychiatric Association.
Parents, again, do not have a constitutional right to obtain procedures that are otherwise unlawful.
The state's lawyers pointed to other items like ephedrine, riding a bike without a helmet, and tanning beds, all banned legally by the state.
And another example is tanning beds. There's some evidence that they can be useful for certain dermatological procedures, but Texas law outlaws children from using tanning beds and tanning salons.
On the other side, lawyers for plaintiffs argued this treatment improves medical outcomes, so families should be able to decide for themselves.
The state has disregarded widely recognized benefits of the care that Senate Bill 14 bans and the risk of doing nothing to treat gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is a DSM-5 diagnosis. It's a serious medical condition.
If there is disagreement about that, who gets to resolve that disagreement?
Anytime the legislature comes in and infringes on the parental right to make a medical decision for their children, then we have a situation where whatever the legislation is going to be subjected to strict scrutiny.
In general, the all-Republican Supreme Court seemed skeptical about overturning the law. The AG's office appealed the case to the state Supreme Court after the plaintiffs won at district court. Currently, the law is in effect, and there's no timeline for a ruling. Phil Prazen, NBC5.
Aerospace company Lockheed Martin is laying off 300 workers in Texas, California, and Georgia. 200 of those layoffs are happening in Fort Worth. In a statement, the company says it's taking proactive steps to improve operations and still meet the affordability needs of its customers. They also added they will work with those impacted to help find other opportunities within the company. You have until midnight to get those property taxes paid. You can pay by mail, online, or in person. And if by mail, it has to be postmarked with today's date. And the deadline comes after an $18 billion statewide property tax cut. Thanks for catching up with the connection.